Hello everyone. Today's topic is inverse of a function, the last component of relation in function. So let us see what do you mean by the inverse of a function. In that term, we have to understand these two components. One is inverse, another is function. Function is familiar for us. Now it's a turn to know about the inverse of the function. For that purpose, let a function f defined from set A to B. Diagrammatically, I can say this one. There is the function f, set A, and it is set B. We should understand the role of the function itself. The role of a function f is what? It will take the element from the set A and come to the term of fx in the set B. That is the role of function of x. Now in this time, we have to find out the inverse of a function. Inverse of a function means what? Inverse of a function means a function which reverts back to the range portion of the function towards the domain portion of the function. That means it's a reverse passage. If we assume function as a passage that is started from x moving up to fx, that means to say the inverse function is treated as a passage which resume the original situation as such. That means this passage is defined as inverse of the mapping. This inverse function will take the element from the set B, that means here is. Mean to say inverse operated on that element and come to again in this set x. So this x will also treat it as f inverse of y. So inverse of function can be brief as f inverse is a mapping defined from B to A. Remember, I am saying this is a mapping. Again, function you can say that defined from B to A. So we should be take care of that. Now the important thing is this: in which condition that mapping exists, in which condition this function inverse of the function exists, in what condition the reverse passage is possible. Is it possible in every function? Is it possible in every cases? Is it possible in every time? So let's see in which conditions this inverse of the function will exist. So we have to do some diagrams here. We have to sketch some diagram here. Every diagram having the characteristic basis on different kinds of functions. So I am just sketching few diagrams for the purpose. Say here is a set we have. Here is the function f1, it is set A and it is set B. I have the elements in that x1, x2, x3 and respectively here is some elements y1, y2, y3 and connectivity is according to this. In this diagram, function f1 defined from A to B. f1 defined from A to B. And by observing, we can conclude that every element of domain connected with the unique element of that means it is function definition. It is 1, 1 also, it is onto also. So specification, I can say it is 1, 1 plus onto. That is the first kind of function. In nutshell, I can say this is bijective. One thing, one of the function. Second, again I am drawing a diagram here. Here is. This is set A to set B. Another function f2 is defined it. Elements x1, x2, x3. This is y1, y2, y3, y4 and connectivity is accordingly. In this diagram we can observe function definition holds. It is 1, 1 also, but a y4 element is left behind in the codomain area which has no pre-image in the domain area. That means to say it is not onto, it is into. So I can say it is 1 to 1 plus into. Now the third one, here is, it is A, it is B, here is the set F3. Elements are x1, x2 and x3. Elements are y1, y2. Now this one is y1, x2 comes to y1, x3 comes to y2. Definition of function holds as well. It is 1 to 1 as well. It is not 1 to 1, it is many one because these two elements move on the same component y1. So this is many one and it is onto also. So I can write the brief here. This is many1 plus onto. So we have the categories here. 1 1 plus onto, it is bijective, known as bijective. 1 to 1 plus into another, many1 plus onto another. And one more thing we have to, and that thing is here. Say it is function f4, it is a to b, and here is guys x1, x2, x3. This is y1, y2 and y3, and connectivity come to us like this. In this scene, we can see this y2 have no pre-image in that concern. That means to say it is not 1 1. It is 1 1. It is not onto. So I can say it is many1 plus into. Though these two elements connecting with the same element, it is many1, and this element has no pre-image. That means it is into. So these are the four categories we have. Our job is to find out in which condition that is more appropriate to come back. Mean to say, in which condition the inverse is very simple. Inverse is possible. So let's see. Before that, we should conclude ourselves. Inverse is also a mapping, and that defined from second to first. We should take care the definition of function should impose from second to first while we are moving second to first set. Mean to say B to A. So we should take care in each and every example. Now started. In the first cases, there is 1 1 and onto, that means to say bijective, everything perfect, and we can easily move on from second set to first set. So it seems we are able to get the inverse from this side. In that cases, 1 to 1 and onto, if we reflect it, because our inverse moving from set B to set A, we will move on B to A. So we should take care of this. This will treat it as domain area for the inverse mapping. So there is y4 is left out, which have no connection in the domain area of the function f. So what will happen when we are going to define the inverse? In that case, it will not treat it as function, because function's first definition comes every element of the domain having a unique association in the codomain area. So in case of invertible function, inverse function, this element has no image here. So this is not the way to get the inverse of that. We can cut it. In the same logic we can apply here. It's a many1 plus onto cases. While we are moving B to A for getting inverse of the function, so one element having two images. Inverse is also a mapping. If we are moving from this to, then it has two images which contradict the basic definition of the function. That's why it will not come under the preview of function itself. So inverse will not exist in that case also. In that case, I can see the same logic again. Y1 having two images and y2 has no pre-image in the domain area. So that will not also conclude the inverse of the function. So only one condition is there, that is this one. That is at most fitted condition to get the inverse of the function. Mean to say our function must be 1 1 and onto. That only the function will be invertible. So the basic condition to be an invertible function is what? The function must be bijective. So now we can conclude based on this discussion. Any functions, inverse of any functions will exist only when the function is 1 to 1 and onto. Inverse of any function will exist if the function itself is bijective. In braces, I can say this is 1 1 plus onto. So that is sufficient to prove the function is bijective 1 1 and onto, then the inverse of the function will exist. Moreover, time in the examination purpose, the people are saying questions are coming, show that the function is invertible. That means to say what we have to prove? We have to prove the inverse of the function will exist, and the condition is only one. What? This bijective. So we have to prove the function is 1 1 and onto. If we are able to prove that, then we can say the function is invertible, or inverse of the function will exist. Now a question, example for us, how we can find out and how we can find the inverse function also. So let's see an example which is easy to understand and easy to do. Say any function f defined from R to R such that fx equals to 3x minus 7. So obvious, this is the domain area, this is the codomain area of the function, and function defined that is invertible. Is invertible, and find inverse also. So how we can do that? We have to prove that the function is what? Invertible. So we have to do only one thing. The function is 1, 1 and onto. So one by one I should do that. So first of all, for 1, 1 I should take two elements, say x1 and x2 from the domain side. This is the domain side, such that fx1 equals to fx2. I should place the value from that side, 3x1 minus 7. In the right hand side, 3x2 minus 7. 7, 7 cancel out. 3x1 equals to 3x2, x1 equals to x2. So f is 1 to 1. Now second, I should prove it is onto. So what should I do? I should get the range of that function. For that purpose, I should take it y equals to 3x minus 7, and I should get the value of x. That means y plus 7, this is 3x, and x comes to us y plus 7 by 3. This x is a part taken from the domain side, and domain of the function is real number. So I can put it the value of real number in case of inequality. So x comes to real number, so it can be brief as minus infinitive to infinitive. In place of x, I should place that value. That means to say y plus 7 by 3 less than infinitive. I should simplify that and get the value of y. So 3 should be multiplied, minus infinitive, y plus 7 less than infinitive, minus infinitive y and infinitive. Guys, see what happened now? The y come to us r, and this is range of the function. So codomain of the function equals to range of the function. That means f is onto. So first part it was 1, 1. Second part it is onto. Basis on that, we people can say f is invertible. So my message is very simple. In case of proving of invertibility of any function, I should prove the function is 1, 1 and onto. One more thing has to stuck off, the inverse function. How we can find out inverse function? So inverse function of x will be taken by what? The value of x we have in our frame. The value of x, what the value you have, y plus 7 by 3, it will treat as the inverse of the function. In place of y, I should assume x, so the number comes x plus 7 by 3. This will treat as the inverse of the function. That is the reverse passage. By using that, we are able to assume the previous conditions. Thank you.